All right, shalom, shalom. I want to start out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. Double honors to the Apostle Nelson Great Millstone, and a hearty salutation to you brothers pushing this truth and sincerity. All right, this is just for, you know, edification's sake to the newer brothers. You know, when you're trying to cross over, whatever, you always want to be on point of being able to identify that you know you're Israel, okay? That you know we are those chosen people through these curses. And I went into more depth of the curses. It's going to be probably 3 or 4 videos on this, but I just want to make sure to drive the point home, all right? This is Deuteronomy chapter 1. I'm going to start at verse 1, okay? It says, "These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel," okay? All 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, all right? Keep that in mind, Israel. "Which Moses spake unto all Israel on the side of Jordan in the wilderness, when they came from Pharaoh, when they came from the Egyptian captivity," okay? Now, keep in mind, this is Israel he's speaking to. It says, "in the plain over against the Red Sea, between Paran, Tophel, and Laban, and Hazaroth, and the Zahab." Verse 8, "Behold, I have set the land before you. Go and possess the land which Yahweh sware unto your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob," okay? "To give unto them and to their seed after them." Make sure this volume up, okay? All right, so it was a promise, okay? And he's telling you who this promise to Israel, all right? When he was at the Red Sea and by the River Jordan or whatever, he was giving them all of these words from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Okay, verse 8, he says, "Behold, I have set the land before you. Go in and possess the land which the Most High swear." It was an oath, it was a promise to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This was out of the chosen line, okay? This is Israel, all right? It says, okay, and we know Jacob's name was changed to Israel, all right? So that's why when he said he spake unto all Israel, because the promise went from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel, so he's speaking to the Israelites, all right? This is Deuteronomy 7 and 6. It says, "For thou art an holy people," talking to Israel, "and to Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself." Chosen, okay? "Above all the people that are upon the face of the earth." So above everybody, the Most High chose the nation of Israel, because that's who he's speaking to through Moses at this present time, all right? Verse 7, it says, "The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath," the promise, okay, "which he had sworn unto your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob," okay, "had the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondage," or out of the house of bondmen, "from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt." So he brought the children of Israel out of this captivity to because he knew he had to keep this promise to the nation of Israel, to the children of Israel. So he had to get them out of the bondage that they were in Egypt, okay? But he's speaking to the Israelites. He's telling them, "I saved you out of the land of Egypt and Pharaoh, because I owe you an oath I promised your forefathers, and it passed down through bloodlines, Okay, that it will be a land where Yah would rule. Okay, now we're gonna get into these curses. He's speaking into Israel. All right, this is Deuteronomy 28 and 15. It says, "But it shall come to pass, children of Israel, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, children of Israel, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee, children of Israel." All right. "Cursed shall thou be in the city." All right. Now you just go throughout a city, and you know when you driving in a car and you going through the city, if you get pulled over, it's instant fear that comes over you. You can have your tags up to date, inspection good, everything's good. Okay, everything's good, but it's just that instant fear that you get because of these curses, children of Israel. It said, "And cursed shalt thou be in the field." All right. Now I just put some pictures up because people like when they see. Okay, you can just read the scripture and break it down, but when you see it with your, you know what I'm saying, visually, and it reaches your psyche, you can understand. Okay, well, this is only talking to this people. Now this here is a picture of Emmett Till. It was said that he whistled at a white woman and looked her in the eyes. And they beat him bad. That's being cursed in the city by looking at someone. You walking on a sidewalk and white folks are coming towards you, or Caucasian or Edomites are coming towards you, and these days you had to get your ass out the way. That's being cursed. You had to get out of the way. So you had to move over, get on the ground or whatever. If it was a water puddle, you had to walk through that water puddle and let those fucking Edomites walk past you. Children of Israel. Okay? "Cursed shalt thou be in the field." Just look at this. A baby picking cotton. They taught them from that young age to start this, so when they got older it would be nothing to do this. That brought forth big money. Okay, it wasn't just sugar. I mean, it wasn't just cotton. It was sugar cane, tobacco, all of that. Building railroads. And the field is labor. You know what I'm saying? In the city and in the field, which is labor. Jake's still feeling these curses today. All right, you might bust your ass at work, but who really reaps the benefits from that? The CEO of the company that's out playing golf while you doing all the fucking hard work in the labor. Just look at McDonald's. Look at Wendy's. Look at all these fast food places. Look at Walmart. Who gets all the money? The people who owns it. But this was a curse to the children of Israel. All right? You go in Walmart now, 9 times out of 10, it's Jake working in there. You go into McDonald's, flipping burgers, it's Jake. Any fast food restaurant, it's Jake. Okay? Because that's what we're subject to. Labor. All right? To the children of Israel. All right? "Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store." Nah. This right here is, look at this. Percentage of families in poverty. Look at that. Blacks, 22%. Versus all the USA is 11%. Just look at these statistics, man. Just look at them. These statistics, they cry out. All right? These statistics cry out, and it's showing you who it is. It says, "Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store." Now, Jacob have, in the beginning, Jake had forms. All right? I mean, it wasn't even forms. It was just us having animals because we were afraid to go to the store. And that's how people lived. They lived off the land. They had markets where you can go buy these things. But Jake would have pigs, cows, a pig or cow in the back, and they had to basically get it out of the mud, so to speak. All right, but cursed shall be thy basket even today. Jake, man, it's some women that get food stamps or whatever, but that still isn't enough. So every time you go in the store and you buy food, that shit, you have a hard time managing it. Okay? Because the money you work for, it go to bills, this and that, whatever you have left over, it don't go far. Okay, so you go in the store and you buying groceries and that shit just, hey bruh, that's why you see Jake a lot of times eating top ramen, you know what I'm saying, tuna fish. They have to basically live in a poorer lifestyle because when they get to the store having to pay bills, you know what I'm saying, you have nothing left over. All right. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kin, and the flocks of thy sheep. All right. The fruit of our body is thy seed, meaning each generation will feel the effects of these curses. Okay. Our land is run by heathens, and they're not keeping the land Sabbath, so it's dried up. Okay, even in the sense of we're not in the land, so it's bringing forth, it's not productive. Okay, it's not productive. They got our land in ruins. All right. Even our animals are in the hands of the wicked. They'll take sheep, clone it. You know what I'm saying? The animals even are in mourning because this devil is in rule. But these were curses to the children of Israel. All right. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. When you're born, the curse begins. When you're born, the curse begins. All right. Everything in between in your life is going to be a start to finish is going to be a curse. Everything in between that. All right. Got a Jake here. He on the ground with his back on the ground. He gets shot in the head. But that's part of the curses. Okay. And when you go out. So your whole life is going to basically, you're going to be living out a punishment or a curse. Children of Israel. Who do these curses fit today? All right. The Lord shall send upon thee cursings, vexation, and rebuke, and all that thou settest thy hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. So by us forsaking him, everything we set our hands to do, if we try to do something good or try to prosper, more than likely it's not going to succeed. You see black-owned businesses, unless you sell out to Esau, and that's going into a whole nother subject matter, you're not likely going to succeed on this side, because you got to understand, you are cursed. All right. Who does this look like today? How many successful black-owned businesses that's totally so-called black-owned do you see that's just like the majority? It's not a lot. It's not a lot at all. But let's get into some of these words, okay? Cursings. A curse. Okay, you know Esau got to throw some bullshit in there. It says an offensive word that people say when they are angry. That's not what a curse is. Magical words that are said to cause trouble or bad luck for someone or condition that results when such words are said. A cause of trouble or bad luck. A prayer or invocation for harm or injury to become upon one. Imprecation. or imprecation. But check this out. Um, it says bad luck, but it's no such. We're not gonna get into nothing called luck. This is a direct curse from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. It says a cause of trouble. So he's putting trouble upon you. It says something that is cursed or accursed. Evil or misfortune that comes if in response to imprecation or as retribution. Payback. You broke my law, statutes, and commandments, and cause and effect, these things are going to happen to you, O children of Israel. You're going to constantly be cursed when you come in, everything in between, and when you go out. It's going to be a constant curse over your life. Who does that look like today? Okay. Another word, vexation. Let's go to vexation. Tumult, confusion, disquietude, discomfiture, destruction, trouble, vexation. Now we're going to get to one word here, tumult. Let's see what that word means. A state of noisy confusion or disorder. A state of a great mental or emotional confusion. Our people are confused. All right. And the Most High said that this would come over you to where you would be confused. We don't know who we are. We think we're Americans. We think we're African. We think we're Muslim. We think we're Christian. But the whole time, the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, set it up to where this was a curse. This was a direct curse that we as a nation would be confused and not know who we are. But let's go a little deeper with that word tumult. Okay? Let me see. A disorderly agitation or milling about of a crowd, usually with an uproar, confusion of voices, commotion. So a lot of things are going to be said, and it's going to be, it says commotion. So everybody's speaking into the children of Israel's ear and telling them, no, you this, no, you that. No, you African American. No, you just African. No, you Pan-African. No, we're Egyptians. Okay, all this commotion, but this was a curse to the children of Israel. So to identify who this is speaking to, what nation of people today have no idea who they are? Think about that. Going deep into this word, this is what the Most High used to make us, to put this curse in effect. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. They make confusion to our minds. They bring it to us by telling us we're of this nation, we're of that nation, so on and so forth. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. So what the Most High was saying was, I'm going to curse you, but I'm going to have the other nations have you confused on knowing who the hell you are. Jeremiah 17:4, you know what I'm saying? You're going to discontinue from the heritage that I give thee. So by us not knowing who we are was a curse, and we're emotional, mental or emotional confusion. We're confused in the mind. Man, I'm African American, man. I'm American, man. You can't tell me I'm no Israel. I'm not no Israelites. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no Hebrew. That's confusion. But that was a curse that Yahweh Bashem put on the children of Israel. Okay, this is how you identify who you are. All right. It says, the Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee until thou hast consumed thee from the land whither thou goest to possess it. That means he's going to put a plague on you. Okay? In the sense of destroying, pestilence. So we are destroyed. Everywhere we go, these people will be destroyed for lack of knowledge. Okay? Man, you can't tell me these curses are not on the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, bruh. In a just, it's mind-boggling how confused and dismantled our people are. But these curses are on the children of Israel. All right? I'm going to get one more and then I'm going to start another video. The Lord shall smite thee with consumption, and with a fever, and with inflammation, and with an extreme burning, and with the sword, and with blasting, and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish. So all these sicknesses, inflammation, everything. But one key thing in here, with the sword. Now, the sword, also a cutting instrument for its destructive effect, as a knife, sword, or other sharp implement, axe, dagger, knife, mattock, sword, tool, a tool of destruction. Genesis 27:40. And by the sword shalt thou live. So, by us being destroyed, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua used Esau. Okay? And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke off thy neck. Now, all of those things were going to happen, but he was going to use Esau to do it with the sword. Okay? Because that was Esau's blessing. Back then and even today, his sword today is guns. You know how crazy these Edomites is about their weapons. That characteristics fit them, and these characteristics also fit us, because we were going to be destroyed. Jay gets shot down in the street. What happens? Nothing. That was a curse. All right, I'm going to stop this video. I'm going to go into the next one. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Shalom.